Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting for Tuesday, July 8th, 2025. I am Chair of the Board, Rick Vest. To my left is Vice Chair Christy Yoakum, and to her left, Commissioner Matt Schulte. To my right is Commissioner Chelsea Johnson. Would you please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk, please begin the meeting.
Copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located at the wall of the rear of the hearing room. All written materials to be discussed at today's meeting can be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Printing options are available upon request. Brings us to item 1, minutes. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on July 1st, 2025.
I move approval.
Second.
Motion is second to approve the minutes. Any discussion? Please call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yeah.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 2, claims. 2A, approval of the claims processed through July 3rd, 2025.
Move approval.
Second?
Motion second to approve item 2A. Please call the roll.
Yoakum,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yep.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries. 2B, approval of a claim to El Centro de las Americas in the amount of $8,820.43.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion second to approve 2B. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yep.
Yoakum,
Abstain?
Johnson,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 3, a special presentation. The Commissioner's Award of Excellence for May 2025 to Raven Collier, Property Management in the category of Customer Relations.
Please, let's have Raven and whoever nominated Raven come forward at this time. And do you have a proclamation, Matt?
I do. I have our nomination letter. Raven Collier, Clerk 1 with the Property Management, has been selected as the Commissioner's Award of Excellence winner for May 2025. Collier has worked for Lancaster County for 3 years. She was nominated by Margaret Boy in the category of Customer Relations. In her nomination, Boy states, Raven continually greets constituents and fellow employees with a warm smile and is always eager to help direct those where they need to go or offer encouragement to those who need it. Raven brings a positive attitude and a happy smile to share with all who come through the doors of the County City building. Her assistance to those entering the building starts their journey for both county agencies and city departments with a positive interaction. Raven has always been positive and learned how to direct traffic within the campus. She is knowledgeable about what service each agency and department provides for constituents. In this manner, she also gathers important data for us to guide future wayfinding changes. Her positive attitude is contagious for the constituents and the general public, and most importantly, for our fellow employees. Raven brings this positive and happy demeanor on a daily basis. As an agency, we receive many complaints on Raven and would like to honor her with a formal recognition. Raven is a leader in setting a positive attitude to all of those who interact with her. For these reasons, we are pleased to award Raven Collier with the Commissioner's Award of Excellence for the month of May 2025.
We just really wanted to nominate Raven. She does a fantastic job, and she definitely sets the standard of how all of us should greet constituents and fellow employees on a daily basis. So we're very thankful to have her.
On behalf of the board, during my 7 years, I've been able to give a number of these awards out, but I've never been more excited than when I saw your name, because I've watched you in action, Raven. Helping people. Coming to the government is always a little difficult for all of us, not always an easy process, but you faithfully help people, greet them, make them feel comfortable here. And that's such a gift to us and all the citizens of Lancaster County. In fact, you helped get me to the right place, so thank you so much. And on behalf of the board, I'd like to present you with this. Would you like to make any comments, my friend?
Really thankful and grateful for this chance and opportunity to be recognized. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I do appreciate it. I do thank you for recognizing and seeing my heart and my pocket. Thank you so much.
Before you step away, I'd like to give the commissioners any comments.
I always love seeing the smiling face of Raven when I come in the door. She always greets me by name, and I'm sure a lot of people have that same experience, so well done.
I can't think of a better way than having you sit up front and chat with people as they come in to start their day, their experience with our government. And that's just so essential. And I was glad to hear that you're gathering data for wayfinding, because I know that's coming. And that's really important. But I also wanted to say, you do a lot for us as well, because sometimes I come in a little grumbly. I'm sure a few others do too. But seeing your smile and a nice greeting always sets the day off right.
Raven, you definitely always make me smile when I come in, and you just do such an excellent job, and we are lucky to have you. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Raven. Thank you.
Commissioners, that brings us to item 4, our consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner or by any member of the public without prior notice. Unless there is an exception, these items will be approved as one single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These items are the approval of A, amendments to the following county contracts, C-24-0945 with Cedars Youth Services for the Child Care Assistance Program to extend the contract term, C-24-0694 with Food Fort for the Food Fort Bus Program to extend the contract term, C-24-0944 with Community Action Partnership of Lancaster and Saunders Counties for the Child Care Assistance Program to extend the contract term, C-24-0726 with Lutheran Family Services for the Health 360 Campus Behavioral Health Services Program to extend the contract term, C-23-0702 with the Sherwin-Williams Paint Company for paint and related products. B, right-of-way contracts with the following: the Rudolph Family Trust, North 98th Street in Salt Creek, north of I-80, in the amount of $2,442.50. Kathleen Brolhost, West Olive Creek Road and Southwest 86th Street, in the amount of $595. Livingston C. and Bethany J. Lukow, North 98th Street and Salt Creek Road, north of I-80, in the amount of $617.50. Mark D. Leavitt and Michael A. Leavitt, North 98th Street and Salt Creek Road, north of I-80, in the amount of $1,180. Nebraska United Methodist Foundation, 176th Street and Old Cheney Road, in the amount of $1,630. Howard G. and Carol L. Rockenbach Life Estate and David L. and Janice R. Rockenbach Life Estates, North 98th Street and Salt Creek Road, north of I-80, in the amount of $5,680. C. Utility Permit 2646 with Norris Public Power District to bore underground for power to Cedar View First Edition. I do have a note to hold 4D for a future meeting. 4E, grant contract with People City Mission for the Court Advocacy for Family Women's Shelter Program in the amount of $103,500. F, receive and place on file the following reports for Clerk of the District Court, Assessor Register of Deeds, County Clerk, and County Sheriff.
I move approval of the consent items with the exception of item D, which is on hold.
Second.
We have a motion and second to approve the consent items minus item D. Please call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 5 are public hearing action items. After a public hearing has been concluded and closed, action on the item that was the subject of the public hearing will be scheduled as a separate public hearing action item. Because the public hearing has been conducted and closed on an item, no further testimony or evidence will be accepted or admitted during the public hearing action item portion of the agenda. 5A, a resolution in the matter of text amendment 25007, amending Lancaster County Subdivision Regulations Chapter 3 as provided in Exhibit A, and County Zoning Regulation Article 2 in Exhibit B.
I move approval of item 5A.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve item 5A, and this language refers to the width of lots and to the extending of permit time, both of which we discussed last week at the public hearing and met with approval. So we have a motion and a second to approve. Matt, please call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries. 5B, a resolution in the matter of text amendment 25007, amending Lancaster County zoning regulations, Article 15, as provided in Exhibit A.
I move to deny item 5B.
Second.
Motion second to deny item 5B, which was the language related to home businesses. Any further discussion?
I guess I do have one question from maybe for George or somebody. The resolution says that the planning commission voted 6-0 to approve the text amendment. I don't think that was shared with us last week, so I just want to confirm that that was right.
Good morning, George Wesselhoff, Planning Department. Yes, the Planning Commission approved all three components of the text amendment unanimously. There was no opposition at the Planning Commission, either from the public or from any of the commission members.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, thank you. I also want to clarify with Andrew because she made the motion to deny. This says, the motion says to deny, so I just want to make sure that when I vote yes, I'm still voting to deny. I'm not voting to deny the denial, right?
So I think what the motion should be is you should make the motion to approve the denial resolution.
Rather than to deny the resolution.
Correct.
Where are
Be-
you,
be-
taking-
be-
where are you getting
I
that
don't see denial
language?
in our language on
Right
the
here. You got to read the actual item.
Well,
Because the resolution is to deny.
Okay, then I will amend that motion to approve the denial of this resolution.
I guess, and just maybe to make comments, I think we all said quite a bit last week about this. I think the proposal, similar to what I said last week, I think the proposal is a little tone deaf to the real differences between urban and rural living. I think that these home businesses play an important role in the county, and I think we should support them by approving the
I'm
denial.
glad you haven't changed your position in a week, Matt, as neither of any of us. Clarify, if you will, because I'm reading item 5B, resolution in the matter of text amendment 25007, amending Lancaster County zoning regulation Article 15 as provided in Exhibit A.
So Exhibit A then says,
Here's where it says denied.
Oh,
In the
okay.
resolution.
In the resolution. Okay,
Yeah,
I
it
missed
is.
that. Yep.
It is kind of confusing because it says, whereas the board voted to deny. So that's where I thought it would make sense to have the motion be to deny,
Mhm.
but you're saying that's not what it should be.
Very good.
Correct.
So,
That's the legal language that we use.
so we have the correct motion now. You're satisfied,
Correct.
Andrew? Do we have, your second goes with that, Chelsea?
Yes,
Very good.
but the question then is we vote yes, that means we are
denying it.
denying the resolution.
Okay. I think we've got a path forward. Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yep.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion to approve the denial carries.
Sounds like a government thing to me, but, okay.
Item 6, new business. 6A, a special designated license from Myers Cork and Bottle for an event at Prairie Creek Inn on August 30th, 2025.
I don't see anyone here to speak on this. They always, we've granted a lot of these for Myers. They know
Yeah.
what they're doing. Their application is complete. I move approval.
They've been here since before I was.
Second.
Motion second to approve. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yep.
Yocum,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries. 6B, excuse me, an agreement with Melissa Stryzek, MA, LIMHP, LADC, to perform substance abuse evaluations and prepare written reports with recommendations for individuals at the Mental Health Crisis Center.
I move approval.
Second.
Motion second to approve. Please call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yep.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries. 6C, agreement with the Board of Regents of the University of Nebraska-Lincoln to obtain services to assist the county with planning and facilitating a threat and hazard identification and risk assessment process. The cost of the county is not to exceed $6,000.
Good morning, Jim David, Saber Lincoln, Lancaster County Emergency Management. This agreement was originally on the June 17th board agenda for approval. The university had added a few layers to its approval and processing since then. So that agreement was before you June 17th. The language has been changed slightly. Primarily it has to do with the university's processing of it. So I needed to bring it forward again for your approval.
I move approval.
Second.
Motion second to approve. Please call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yep.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries. 6D, memorandum of understanding authorizing community corrections to operate a 24/7 sobriety program on behalf of the Sheriff's Office pursuant to the 24/7 Sobriety Program Act. Community corrections shall collect and separately account for reasonable fees from participants to cover the program's setup and operations.
Gentlemen.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jeff
Good morning.
Kilpatrick.
Terry Wagner. Back when the 24/7 program was enacted into law, I think the statute says sheriffs will run the program and then can delegate that. We've done that with community corrections since its inception. An MOU was drafted, somehow never got signed. So
Glad it's worked so far.
it's so that's why we're here today. Is the MOU's been kind of reviewed and gone over. Jeff and I have both signed it. Looking for your approval.
So the trial period's over and we're ready to sign the
Right, the
official.
pilot-
I think that's
the
been about
pilot's
6
over
or
and-
7 years.
Yeah, these things happen. Commissioners,
I would move approval.
Second.
motion second to approve. Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yep.
Vest.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
Commissioners.
6E, an agreement and business associate agreement with the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services, Lancaster County, on behalf of the County Attorney's Office to provide access to the state's electronic registration system for completing electronic death data and transmitting such data to DHHS.
I move approval.
Second.
Motion second to approve. Please call the roll.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries. 6F, contract with pavers companies for paving construction at 148th Street and Holden Street. The total contract price is estimated to be $698,981.24, with the county's share estimated to be $139,796.24.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. This is the first of what we hope will be many safety improvement projects to the 148th Street corridor. It is an 80-20 split, meaning that the taxpayers of Lancaster County are only responsible for 20% of the cost of this. I just want to take this opportunity as we're bringing this project not quite to fruition, but like almost to fruition or start of construction, to thank Nebraska Department of Transportation, the Federal Highway Administration for administration of these programs, because without them, the amount of safety improvements that we could put in our roads in Lancaster County would be much, much less.
I move approval.
Second.
And I'd also like to just say thank you to you, Pam, for prioritizing this project. It's very important.
It's been well discussed, and Pam has brought it to our attention numerous times, the pressure on this particular corridor, especially with young people attending school in Waverly. So, good improvement. Please call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries. Commissioners, I have a note to hold 6G for a future agenda, so we'll go to 6H, which is to authorize Daniel J. Z to sign settlements and releases for damages to Bridge 037.
I move approval.
Second?
Motion second to approve. Please call the roll.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yep.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 7 is public comment. Members of the public wishing to speak on items relating to county business not on the agenda may do so at this time.
Did we do H?
It was, no.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did that. We did H. G was the one that was held.
Oh, gee, I'm sorry. I missed that. All right, very good. Any members of the public wishing to comment at this time, please come forward. Any members of the public? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk?
Item 8, announcements. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners and representatives from county, villages, and cities will hold a meeting on Thursday, July 10th at 8:30 a.m. in room 113 of the County City Building. Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting, including budget hearings, on Thursday, July 10th, 2025 at 10:30 a.m. in room 112 of the County City Building. Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold its next regular meeting on Tuesday, July 15th, 2025 at 9 a.m. with the Board of Equalization immediately following in room 112 of the County City Building. County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commish@lancaster.ne.gov. Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meetings are streamed live on YouTube and Facebook. LNK TV apps are available in Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Item 9 is adjournment.
I move we adjourn.
Second?
Motion second to adjourn. Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Schulte,
Yes.
Vest. Motion carries.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.